Let's go ahead and do a joke before we're going to go to this one. But let's try a joke. It's kind of a long one here. But here we go. Joke practice. In the movie The Caddyshack, a pretty old movie, back when they actually aspired to say funny stuff without fear of having their car set on fire. In the movie, Chevy Chase says, "A donut with no hole is a Danish."
The Zen philosopher Basho once wrote, "Flute with no holes is not a flute, and a donut with no hole is a Danish."
Which I was thinking about, but it really, like this perspective thing we're talking about, it really depends on your perspective, because to a Frenchman, it's the Danish with a hole is a donut, because they see the world in like Danish form, while we see the world in donut form. They see the world as not having holes, while we see the world having holes. It's a matter of perspective. Like a case of, you say tomato, I say it the right way. Honestly, can't you read tomato? It's ridiculous.
Mr. Quimby, did you assault Mr. Lacoste?
Of course not. I love each and every living thing on God's green earth.
Well, therefore, you certainly would never lose your temper over something as trivial as the pronunciation of chowder.
That's chowder! Chowder! I'll kill you! I'll kill all of you! Especially those of you in the jury!
Wow, that didn't go well. The defense round.
I still had not been convinced to buy an electric car, but now that I see the utilitarian, practical benefit of the electric car due to no gas tank, the Tesla has proven itself much more difficult to set on fire or blow up by the crazy commies. I'm starting to think electric cars are the way to go here. I mean, we really can save the environment with the Tesla electric cars, because they can prevent the crazy environmentalists from release of massive amounts of CO2 emissions by burning cars. If we could just stop those environmentalists from burning the cars with the electric cars, we'll save the world. Honestly, and those environmentalist types are straight up lighting up entire dealerships while forcing everyone to drink soy milk because of CO2 emissions of cow farts. It's ridiculous, man. Like, what is, like, you take away my milk and CO2 emissions will go higher because my emissions will be greater than the emissions of cows. Why? Because I'm pissed off, okay? It'll piss me off. Pissing people off with crazy laws, it upsets people's stomachs, leading to CO2 emissions that will increase even greater than cow farts, okay? Don't piss people off. People need to be calm. You have to keep people calm, and then they'll fart less, and we'll have less CO2 emissions. Seriously, like, I'm sitting over here in California, the land of the wussy water-saving toilets that require, like, the dumping of an entire bucket of water in the bowl just to flush the thing, while simultaneously having the worst water management for like a fire-prone area ever over here. And the politicians then are like lecturing me on how they plan on saving the environment. The California politicians will then blame the people, just like Disney blames their own fans. They're like, well, it's your fault we had no water in the fire hydrants because you keep on dumping buckets of water into the bowls of toilets because they're wussy toilets. Bunch of scapegoating liars, I tell you. We got to get the scapegoating liars out of, like, the decision-making areas. That's not where the scapegoaters lie. They shouldn't be there. I mean, I'll trust the plan of the proven, market-tested, and approved successful engineer entrepreneur rather than the crazies who thought they'd save the state of California by mandating the use of wussy cans, okay?
The toilets today aren't worthy of the name. They come in designer colors, and they're too low. When you flush them, they make this little weak, almost apologetic sound. Not the first.
Elon Musk can help by building a car that can't be burned down by the environmentalists. That's what needs to happen. That's what he needs to do next. And think about how much think about how much nicer the Summer of Love riots would have been if the cars couldn't have been set on fire by the crazy commies. It would be so much nice. It would have been a lot nicer and save the environment.